The arrest in Lamurde has taken a deadly turn after the Nigerian Army was accused of opening fire on an armed woman during a protest in Lamurde local government area of Adamawa State, killing 7 and injuring several others. The protest followed complaints over what residents described as the slow and uneven response of security forces to a fresh round of communal violence between the Bachama and Tchobo communities. Security personnel had been deployed to Lamurde to reinforce a 24-hour curfew declared by the Adamawa State Government as violence spread across the area. The curfew followed days of attacks linked to a long-running dispute that has kept peace unstable across the Numan Federation, where tension often swings from calm to crisis with little warning. According to the District Head of Gyawana, Chief Agoso Huladeino Bamaiyi, the latest escalation followed allegations involving a stolen motorcycle. And now joining us via phone call to discuss on the Adamawa arrest is Chief Agoso Bamaiyi, the District Head of Gyawana. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Now, let's start by knowing exactly. Can you explain what sparked the recent clashes between the Bachama and Tchobo communities?
Well, in the month of July, early July this year, there was a conflict, a disagreement about farmland in Rigange and also Waduku. These are Bachama communities in the local government. And the normal traditional mediation process was on to resolve the problem. This is the same process that has been used for hundreds of years to resolve land crises between people and between communities. Unfortunately, people from the Tchobo side didn't really like the outcome of it. So on the 7th of July, they came out with arms and attacked the Bachama communities, destroying what we call the 7th, burning it down, and also eventually destroying the Gange on the 11th of July. It took the intervention of the government, sending in security agencies, police and soldiers, and also putting a curfew in place. At first it was a 24-hour curfew. It was relaxed, and then the curfew was persisted up to now. But yesterday, some Tchobo youths approached soldiers on ground and said that one of their motorcycles, one of their young people, his motorcycle was taken away from him. Now, let me say this, that the theft of motorcycles is a common thing here. Everybody is a victim of it. The house that are amongst us here, the Fulani, the Bachama themselves, that's a syndicate that specializes in stealing motorcycles. So to blame it on a particular tribe is something that is not normal. This has not been investigated. They soldiers and said they gave an ultimatum that the motorcycle to be produced in an hour, or else whatever followed should not be blamed on them. Of course, the way they approached the soldiers sent them away. The soldiers drove them away. But later on, they came back and attacked the soldiers, and engaged the soldiers in a gun battle. Of course, the soldiers repelled them. And then in the night, Tinubu was attacked, Waduku was attacked, Kito was attacked, Rigange itself, Lamurde, the local government headquarters. So a lot of fighting here and there. And in the morning, late in the morning, the soldiers came, but the Bachama women thought that it was that in late. So they blocked the road, and this went on for some time. Their protest was that soldiers would always come after damage has been done, and they were also protesting what they considered was a partial way in which the soldiers that were on ground to enforce curfew acted. That they acted in favor of the Tchobo. They were escorting them to their farms, escorting them when they travel out, and all that. They didn't do that to the Bachama community, but they did it to the Tchobo. So they felt that the soldiers were not fair, that they were not neutral. They felt like the soldiers took a side. Okay. So it was a protest. Just women with branches and leaves, and they prevented the soldiers from passing just by blocking the road and demonstrating. They did not have arms, and they were not aggressive. They were singing and waving the branches in their hands. Eventually, the soldiers opened fire. They fired into the air. The woman cleared. The road was open. As they were passing, they then opened fire into the crowd of women, resulting in the death of 7 women and about 5 or so injured. While in the hospital now, some of them might not even survive. So that's the summary of what happened. But it's unfortunate that the Nigerian Army is using its own bullets on its own citizens within Nigeria, and these are women who are just protesting peacefully. Well, that's what happened today.
Well, that's really an unfortunate situation. But how has the Army's intervention, including the alleged killing of 7 women, affected the community?
Of course, it's a bad thing. The community is traumatized right now, and it has further alienated the people from security agencies generally. I mean, the Nigerian Army, the image of the Nigerian Army has taken a bashing for the past 1 decade now. It's continued to get worse. The proximity of the soldiers with the people has increased, and with it, the people have suffered a lot across the country. Now I'm talking about across the country. And so for the people of Lamurde, that image has gotten worse. I mean, these are people who pride themselves in standing for the country, supporting the country. If you know the story of the Nigerian Civil War, you know the participation of the Bachama people and how they helped in keeping Nigeria together. Now, to turn out now that the same army is shooting innocent women in that community, it's really a traumatizing experience, and something that the people are still feeling like it's a dream, like it's not real at all. And for me, it brings to question the use of soldiers in internal security operations. You know, if it were the mobile police, it would have turned out differently. They probably would have used tear gas to disperse the women, not live bullets. They probably would have found ways of engaging with the women and getting them to back down so they can pass. It's not because they are trained to do that sort of thing. But soldiers, you know, soldiers are all they carry are the guns that they have, and their training is to kill in the process of keeping peace and security for the country. So we should revise this and look at the possibility of bringing back the mobile police in a stronger fashion. They have grown quiet in recent times, and their work has been taken over by soldiers. You find soldiers everywhere, and as a result, the army has lost its mystique. That respect that ordinary people used to have for the soldiers is completely gone. I mean, they have been demystified, and this process, what happened today, has further demystified the army in the eyes of the people.
Okay, now, what immediate steps are being taken to protect residents and prevent further violence?
Well, as leaders of the people, we've spoken with the people. We continue to speak to the people to keep the peace. I mean, no matter what you say about the soldiers and security agents generally, they are actually out to keep the peace. They are actually out for the good of the people. There might be bad eggs amongst them, and we want this investigated. Whoever are the people that did this, because the soldiers were many. And if you consider the number of the soldiers and the people that were shot, you would most probably, it could be one or two people that did the shooting. I'm not sure of that. I'm just guessing. So we need this investigated. The people, the culprits, should be fished out and punished. That's one way you can calm down the people. So security agents generally are working for the good of the people, and they are working for the benefits of the people. But like I said, there are bad eggs among them that would not hesitate to open fire on women, ordinary Nigerian women who felt they are within their rights to insist that the army should be impartial and that the army should be on time.
Thank you very much, Chief Bamaiyi. I guess we have to leave it here for now. We wish you peace and wish you success in addressing the challenges in the community. The District Head of Gyawana. Thank you very much.